Hey everyone, it's me again, Lucky-kyun, and in this video I'll be doing some tutorial. No, not a tutorial. I'm going to talk about how to get better in environmental drawing or painting, whatever you call it. Disclaimer though, I'm not really a landscape artist, but as an illustrator I have to study a little bit about it so that it can bring a little good ambience to my drawing or paintings. Somebody commented to one of my videos that maybe I could make some video tutorial about the environmental paintings. Or maybe it is better if I'm going to tell you how to get better in environment. That's some sort of a tutorial as well, but whatever, it's another art talk. I'm sure. I'm sorry guys, it's kind of a bit boring, but learning is boring actually, really. That's why a lot of amateur artists keep some important part in fundamentals, because it's kind of a bit boring. But if you get used to it, if you get better from it, well, it is really nice to have it. Yeah, I'm sure you won't regret it. How to get better in environmental painting and what are the essentials by doing so. I have the list of things that you might need. Well, I just made it up, but maybe it is a thing you should really need. Same as before, I'll be talking while showing you a speed paint video. So let's get it on. So the first thing is composition. There's a lot of study about composition. There's a rule of third, framing, golden ratio, leading lines, and a lot more like that. And the best tutorial I ever watched about this is from the Blender Guru. It is also helpful if you watch some cinematography, travel vlogs, and following some landscape photographers, because they are one of the experts on composition. But make sure you follow the right people. If you notice, the cinematography today is far more better than what we had before. Color saturations also helps you to create focal point to your composition by leading the viewer's eye towards the subject. Also, I kinda like to suggest, even though you're working on a landscape painting, put some little subject on it, at least to create some little story to your image. Just even a single person, like a little person, it doesn't need to be detailed. As long as there's something into it, it helps create a story to the image. Next will be the tonal values. Tonal values can give depth to your drawing. If you're doing a colored painting, make sure to check the grayscale of it constantly. At first it will be hard, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. Now the third one is construction. Converting everything into shape. It will be easier for you to create a volume to your structures if you're good at it, such as mountain, trees, clouds. Even clouds can be converted into shapes, and any kind of objects, buildings. Use the basic shapes to create a complex shape. Well, you won't be using it all the time, but at least it will help you imagine a three-dimensional look. Now let's continue to the perspective. This will help you create a three-dimensional landscape, especially in wider angle. If you're good at it, it will help your viewers getting the right impression or distance and sizes of the object to each other. A lot of artists intimidated by it. But how can you learn a thing if you're always afraid to it? Just keep on practicing and who knows, you'll be the next Kim Jung-gi. Now the color theory. This might be unfamiliar to some artists, but it is really something that you really need to study. It is a study of colors, because it is not good to throw some random colors to your painting and guessing that you use the right colors. This is not only applied to landscape but also applies to everything. I am sure that you are familiar of the warm and cool concept of the colors. You will notice it to movie posters. You know how to use the saturated and desaturated colors. If you're showing them happiness or sadness, colors helps you create emotions. So now make sure to research all of that and study it. It's worth it. Don't rely on just one tutorial. As much as possible, watch every tutorial as you can. Everyone has their own way on putting it and helps you understand more about the topic. Now let's continue on how to be better on drawing landscape. Now how can you make your landscape painting better? First, observe the colors of your surroundings as much as you can. I mean, watch closely to those colors, to the environment, to your surroundings. Not everything is saturated. Observe your surroundings, how colors mixes depends on the weather or the lighting, like what kind of mood the colors brings you. The second one is light and shadows. Light and shadows isn't black and white. A lot of artists already knows about it. But it doesn't mean black didn't exist. You can still use the color black to your shadows, but not the main shadow. If you look closely to the corners of the object or material, there's black on it. We call it ambient occlusion, the part where light cannot get in. Light bounces constantly until it loses its bright. That is why the color of the shadow depends on the environment. If you look closely to outdoor shadow, the shadow is a little bit bluish. It's because of the sky. The sky also can cast a light. The areas didn't hit by the light of the sun was hit by the light from the sky. The color of the light depends on the environment, like the sun. Sun is yellow, so it casted a yellowish light, and most common on indoor colors are bluish. What if it's raining? What kind of light there is? The light casted toward us are indirect light from the clouds. The reason why the colors during the rain look so sad because everything is desaturated and on mid-tones because there is no direct light casted upon us. Now for the third one is control the mood or the ambience. Without the mood or the ambience of your landscape painting, it will look less interesting. You should always create mood to it, like things are colorful because you're trying to show some fun. You will notice it in movies. They always condition your mind during the start of the movie. And how can you get a better mood to your landscape? That brings us to travel. You know, this is something you really need. A vacation. Just try to relax, absorb the mood, and by doing that, memorize the feeling that you get there. Make sure to take a photo as a reminder. Photo helps you remind the experience, but relying on a photo as a reference isn't enough. That is why you have to be there. But what if you're doing sci-fi and how can you get the same experience? Well, at least try something a little bit similar, like a crowded place at night or the top of the building. Use your imagination, use the colors to control everything. Now how these things can help you. If you have the exact experience in that area, it will be easier for you to create the same ambience for your landscape. We all know artists used to just sit and draw, but to get the exact thing we need, we have to go out and observe whatever is necessary. You know, I used to trek before to the mountains because there's a lot of mountains here in the Philippines. That is why it is easier for me to put the ambience to some of my drawing, but not easy like easy peasy. I still have to put some effort to it, of course. Now this artwork was inspired from Snatty. I've done it in less than 2 hours. It doesn't need to be perfect, but somehow I like how it ended. So I guess that's all for today, and I hope So I guess that's all for today, and I hope you learned something. Just keep on studying, and you'll get there. You'll get better. Even my work isn't really that great, but I'm getting better. I'm sure about that, and I just keep on trying. It needs time. Just don't give up. So thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe for more knowledge like this and hit that like button if you like this video, and so see you on the next video.